Okay, so obviously I'm back for another video. This video being part 6 to what if Asta and Yuno were Silvas. Um, I'm sorry I haven't posted this video or this series in a while. It took me a good bit of time to make this script for this, well, arc, because overall I haven't seen this arc in a while. I don't remember everything in specifics. I remember the outcome and most of the important stuff, but uh, so I had to go and rewatch the arc, so that's why it took me a longer time to get this out. Um, I'm going on Friday if everything goes correct. I do have to do some stuff this week, so I might not be able to. But there's a good chance that I'll be able to record and upload. What if Asta had the elemental fairy spirits? I should be able to record that, and I'm thinking about making a new what if just so I can have 4 ongoing what ifs on my channel for now, and then the second I get done with one what if, I can make a new one. Um, yeah. Another thing is, I made a Discord. Now, don't expect this Discord to be high quality. It's really not. It's pretty trash in my opinion. But it's just a way for us to be able to talk. If y'all have any what if suggestions, y'all can leave them down in the Discord, and I'll be able to see them. Um, yeah, so it's not gonna be the best with Discord server. So if you guys have high expectations, you might as well throw them away, because it's not a good Discord server at all. There's probably like a lot of things I need to fix that I'm planning on fixing. It's just that I haven't used Discord ever since like 2019, so I'm still trying to get used to all the stuff that I used to know but I forgot. So don't get on me too bad about the server. If there's anything that you need to, like, that you find a problem and I find a problem along with you, then I will fix it. Just tell me and I'll fix it. So the Discord is gonna be in the description, and I guess I should start this. We start this video off as we see Yami and Asta exiting one of Finral's portals leading to the capital as they begin to walk towards the castle. Once they make it to the castle, they would meet up with Marks, and their interaction would go the same, but with Asta being a lot more quieter, a lot more calmer, and a lot less Canon Asta-ish, because Canon Asta is an idiot. But at the end of it, Asta would still get brung down to the secret prison, holding the Midnight Sun members that were captured. I forgot them all. I think it was like that witch chick and another dude that's pretty much fodder. The captains would still have to wait for Julius and would eventually grow impatient, but once Julius makes it, he would tell them that their meeting will be relocated and they will all make their way down to the hidden prison. Once they get there, the captains will see Marks, Asta, and two prisoners tied up in the back. From this point on, they would still find out that they would still use Asta as like a way to break the spell on the mages, on the prisoners, and they would learn that the Purple Orcus captain is a traitor, and they would capture him like normal with him using his spell. Well, I forgot he's pretty fodder. He's trash. I don't care. And Asta using his newly found key to find him, and they would capture him like usual. Marks would then, after capturing the Purple Orcus captain, Marks would then show them his memories, and they would find out all the dirty deals he's been doing. What was that noise? I do not know. Never mind. I think that was a Discord. Hold up. Anyway. They would learn all the things that he's done, like taking out a royal guard and all the stuff that they learned in canon. After the meetings, the captain would leave, as we would see Raya de-transforming, walking away. Both Asta and Yami would have been held back and brought to Julius's office, and they would talk about the whole stone tablet that Julius found. Since Asta was never captured, he doesn't know about any of this. And he would begin to talk about how the Eye of the Midnight Sun have this whole idea about being awakened once all the magic stones are placed in the tablet. And he would also talk about how the Black Bulls need to go to the underwater sea temple, since it's I'd say, like, the Black Bulls don't really care about social standings and the hierarchy and stuff like that. The stuff that the other squads care about. So or at least care about to a certain extent. The Black Bulls really don't care about it, so that's why they need to go. The overall same explanation. And so it would still end up with Yami saluting him, wanting to get the mission done, the same overall stuff. I'm keep on saying this, but yeah. Alright, anyway. Asta and Yami would make it back to the base, and when Yami gets done explaining that the task of getting the magic stone and going to the ocean, which excites everyone, especially the ones that have never been to the ocean, including Magna, Yuno, and Asta. And Noelle and Vanessa would go looking for swimsuits, but this time Noelle isn't going because she wants to impress anybody. She's just going because she's royal and she thinks that she needs to look good and stuff like that. She's not going to impress Asta like she did in canon. The whole day at the beach would go relatively the same, and when Yami buries the Black Bulls, he would tell them that they are here for a mission and that they're going to the underwater sea temple, and that the only way to get down there safely is with Noelle and her water magic. Of course, Noelle would object, not feeling confident enough in her mana control, but would be reassured by everyone in the Black Bulls, and along with Zabaki and Kai. And on the subject of their spirits, I really don't think I went over their personalities and their relationships with their spirits. So, I thought about this for a while, so because I want to have at this point I don't even talk about the spirits, to be honest. They're just side characters at this point. I don't talk about them, so I need to start doing that. So anyway, Belle and Yuno's relationship is still the same. Belle wants to be with Yuno always ignores her, stuff like that. Noelle and Kai, which is her spirit, obviously, they would have somewhat like Kai being the big sister that always reassures Noelle anytime she's feeling down and stuff like that. And for Asta and Zabaki, I literally watched Jujutsu Kaisen like yesterday, so it's gonna be a Yuji and Nobara. That's gonna be their type of relationship. They do everything together. They best friends. Stop it. But anyway, obviously Belle wouldn't be paying attention, but would instead yell at Yami to let Yuno go, since she still has a crush on Yuno, which I just said. Yami would also say that she has around a week to find a way to get them down there safely, since the only time you can go to the underwater sea temple is during a full moon. From here on out, mostly the same things would go on, but when Asta and Noelle would meet Kahono, it would be Asta, Yuno, and Noelle instead of Asta and Noelle, since Asta and Yuno want to check up on Noelle. For the rest of the week, Noelle would train with the three and would eventually get Sea Dragon's cradle quicker, since she would have better mana control than she did in canon, but not to the point where it's like at like the time skip. It's nowhere near the time skip, but it's relatively better. She would have better mana control due to the fact that using her water spirit spell that she has unlocked prior to this, she would gain better control, and since her emotions are all out of whack, that she's able to learn how to control her mana a lot better. Once the full moon would occur, Noelle would use her Sea Dragon's cradle to get the Black Bulls down safely, and Asta would use his newly found anti-magic to break the temple barrier and get them all inside. Once inside, the Black Bulls would notice that all the people seem nice, but they don't really know how to interact with people, since people will begin to imitate Yami, thinking that it's normal behavior for the people above land. The group would make their way up to the stairs that is connected to the main temple, and once they're up the stairs, they would see an old man. They would have the same talk with the old man, which would end up with a 10-on-10 battle. I'm pretty sure there's 10 Black Bulls, including, I don't really know. It doesn't really matter to me. Wait, hold up. Okay, yeah, there's 10 Black Bulls, since Um, Gordon isn't there. Yami can't participate, and as of currently, their other Black Bull member, which I'm not gonna say for now, but y'all should know if y'all watch the series, he is not here. So they will still have the 10-on-10 battle with the Sea Dragon Temple Mages, and yeah, when the battle begins with all the mages, the battle would begin with all the mages being scattered around the arena. Everyone that defeated a mage in canon would defeat the same mage in here, and Yuno would defeat a fodder mage, leaving them the same three mages as original. Asta would still meet Kito, that's his name, Kito, and their fight would go better since Asta has Mercury magic, which is seen as an all-purpose magic type, so he can use it for defense, offense, and since he has a spirit, Zabaki is like making sure that he's all right, making sure he's not getting hurt, so he doesn't have any injuries. Their fight would get cut off by a loud crash, which would get the attention of everyone in the arena. Suddenly, the Black Bulls would be warned from Yami, saying that the Eye of the Midnight Sun are in the temple with them and to be on guard. Like usual, Magna and Luck are the first ones to find him, along with, I forgot his name, but Kyoto and Kano's father. Their fight with Veto would go the same. Their father, or Kyoto and Kano's father, would still get bodied in simple terms, and Magna and Luck would still have their fight with them launching their final attack and collapsing. Just before the two collapsed, Asta and Kyoto were able to make it to see the final attack. I keep on messing up his name. I'm sorry. Kyoto would look over to see his battered and bruised father unconscious. This would, of course, piss him off as he would launch himself towards Veto, going to cut him. Veto would easily dodge, going for a mana-infused punch, but would miss due to the fact of Kyoto's dance magic making his move pretty hard to predict even with Ki. Eventually, Asta and Kyoto would make... What? Am I stupid? Okay, Asta would eventually join in the fight. This fight would be very one-sided, with Veto being the one who is dominating the majority of the fight. Veto would go to grab Asta, but would stop once he gets hit with a water ball, as he would turn to see Noel, Kahono, and Yuno. Since Yuno has wind magic, he just flew there. Asta and Kyoto would go over to them, or more or less jump away from Veto and jump towards the group. Noel would be worried about Asta, and same goes for Kahono for Kyoto. Yuno, on the other hand, wouldn't really be worried about Asta since he knew that Asta would be fine, and this isn't something that would hurt Asta too bad. Yuno would Jesus Christ, I cannot speak. Yuno would propel himself with his wind and go for a slash on Veto's side. Veto would easily dodge and go for a punch, but would have to dodge a water slash followed by mercury bullets. Veto would look over at the group with an annoyed look, which would leave him open as Yuno would slice him with his sword, which was enhanced by wind, and would jump back before using I think it's a spirit spell. If it's not, then it's just simply not, but I'm pretty sure it's a spirit spell. As he would say, spirit magic, swift like bow. I forgot, but if it is, it is. If it isn't, then just take out the spirit part. Simple as that. This attack would kick up dust around Veto as it hits him. The dust would clear, and they would see Veto unharmed, protected by his rhinoceros armor. Veto would look at Yuno with a crazed look as he launched himself at Yuno, as Yuno would fly using his wind magic, and the two would begin to circle around the arena in blurs. A few seconds later, Yuno would be seen crash into the ground, bleeding a bit from the head, and Veto, who was still charging at Yuno, but Jesus Christ, hold on, let me. Okay, my bad for all the stuttering. Let me get back into it. Veto, who was still charging at Yuno, would be cut off by Jesus Christ. I need help. I hate who named this child? Kyoto and Kahano. Kyoto and Kahano's fight with Veto would be the same, with Kyoto missing a leg and Kahano being pretty much mute or close enough. Seeing her friends get hurt, including her brother Noel, would unlock Sea Dragon's Roar, which would injure Veto in the same way, and people would begin to think Noel is the sea goddess. Veto, after recovering, would ask Noel if she is royalty, with Noel replying, "So what if I am?" And Veto would look at Asta and Yuno, seeing the similarities between Yuno and Asta and Noel, because like I said, Noel looks like ACR with purple eyes, Yuno looks like their father with blue eyes, and Asta looks like both their mother and their father with one blue eye and one purple eye. Seeing that there are three rows in front of him, Veto would get angry yet ecstatic at the thought of making them suffer, as he would launch at Noel with the intent of crippling her, but Noel would be saved by threads. Asta, using his Mercury magic to grab the Demon Dweller sword and the Demon Dweller swords. The Demon Dweller and the Demon. Who named these? Oh, I'm sorry. Dang, that's probably loud. Okay, anyway. Who named these swords? Because they're tried. Bro, I don't care who licked your Demon Dweller and Demon Slayer. They're not even that bad of names. But has he even killed a demon before? Like, in all honesty, what demons is this man slaying? I hate this life. What? Let me pause this real quick. I need something to drink. Asta, using his Mercury magic, would grab the Demon Dweller and Demon Dweller. Kill me at this point. Kill me. Asta, using his Mercury magic, would grab the Demon Dweller and Demon Slayer swords. I'm so cold. Would begin to rapidly slash at Veto, and he would jump over to the group while still controlling the Mercury to slash at Veto. As he would see Vanessa there, the group would begin to have small talk on strategy and how they had their little small talk. But they would have to stop as Veto jumps towards them, but would disappear into a puddle and appear on the other side of the arena, and the group would turn to see a scared and uncomfortable Fenrir walking towards them. They would eventually come up with the same plan as in canon, just a little bit different. Vanessa would wrap her threads around Asta, and Fenrir would begin to open portals, and they would begin to barrage Veto like normal. But this time, Veto would have to dodge wind, water, and Mercury spells from Zabaki, Yuno and Bell, and Noel and Kai, since they're playing support. Asta would begin to land as many attacks as he can on Veto, using his katana, his Demon Dweller, and Demon Slayer swords. But he wouldn't land any serious attacks on Veto, but that would change when Asta would use his Mercury magic to use his Demon Slayer sword and what was I on making this script? I'm sorry, this is trash. I just took a break, so I shouldn't be all over the place anymore. Asta will use his Mercury magic to hold the Demon Slayer sword and use his magic to impale the sword into Veto's stomach. Veto would begin to get annoyed as he would launch a large-scale attack at the side group that would be Yuno, Vanessa, Fenrir, Noel, and all the people that are knocked out. But before this attack hits, a large mirror would appear in front of the group, and the attack would be turned into light, reflecting off the mirror and going towards Veto. Everyone would look to see Ghost, Charmy, and a blue-haired girl. They would eventually learn that this blue-haired girl is Gray, and Asta would begin to go back into the same combo as before. Everyone watching their attacks from the side. Veto would begin to slow down as he's wondering why, and he would notice that the demon dweller sword is draining his magic. And he would begin to struggle to take out the demon dweller sword, the demon slayer sword. Since I'm pretty sure that bit weighed like what 100 pounds. That's something, cause a grown man was struggling to hold it, bro. Either Julius weak, like physically, which I call cap, or this man Asta is on some different type of drugs, which makes sense. But person, I can't say that word, can I? It's YouTube. Can't say that. Bad words. Veto would begin to struggle taking out the Demon Slayer sword as Asta would launch towards him with his katana in hand and the Demon Dweller sword launching from the back of Veto. Veto, sensing Asta's ki, would dodge to the side after getting the Demon Slayer sword out. Veto dodging would also make the Demon Dweller sword. The Demon Dweller sword miss. But Asta would stop it using his Mercury magic before it would hit him. And seeing that Asta is focused on protecting himself from the Demon Dweller sword, Veto would go for a punch. If this punch were to hit, Asta would not be getting up anytime soon. And seeing that their brother is about to get hurt gravely, Noel would use Sea Dragon's Roar, with Yuno unlocking a new spell, that being Sky Dragon's Roar. I couldn't think of anything creative, don't talk to me. As they would both launch their attacks, this doing double the damage that Noel's Sea Dragon's Roar did earlier. After the dust clears, they would see Veto missing both arms and majority of his bottom half. And everyone would begin to think that it is over, but Veto would heal like he did in canon and like earlier, which would drain a lot of his magic. Seeing this, they would begin to freak out, but Asta and Yuno would notice that this drained a lot of his magic. So they think it's a good time to use their spirit spells. They would both go on opposite sides of Veto, and I need a new life. They would both go on opposite sides of Veto using their respective spirit spells. Asta saying Mercury spirit magic, Zabaki's barrage, and Yuno using wind spirit magic, Silver's breath. Seeing that Asta and Yuno are doing this and not wanting to be left behind, Noah would use her spirit spell to everyone's surprise, that being water spirit magic, Kai's vortex. These attacks would launch towards Veto as they would all hit. After a few minutes, they would begin to hear laughter that makes their skin crawl as they would see Veto rise above the dust with the magic power leaking off of him, as they would see an extra eye on his forehead. From this point on, I don't really have anything else different happening. Asta, all the Black Bulls are practically worn out. Asta, Yuno, and Noel overdoing it with spells, so they passed out. So Yami would of course still unlock Dimension Slash, and he would use it on Veto, killing him. And after being healed, the Black Bulls would wake up and they would be praised by the citizens, and they would get the magic stone from Nero, since the old man didn't even know what it was. Which, in all honesty, I would have killed the bro right then and there, because I ain't got enough patience. I almost died, and for something that you didn't even know, I would have killed him. Sorry. And everything would go the same from this point on. They would make it back to the capital. They would give the magic stone to Julius and stuff like that. It's the end of it. Yeah. So obviously, I'm all over the place. I haven't filmed a Rodiff in a while. Like I said earlier, part 2 of What If Asta had, what's it called? What If Asta had the elemental fairy spirits? That's gonna come out on Friday if everything goes as planned. But if it doesn't come out on Friday, you guys should expect it on Monday. And if you guys have any suggestions and that you want me to see, it'd probably be better for you guys to go down to the Discord. So it's gonna be down in the description. I'm probably good. If any of you do join, don't expect me to be on it like every second of the day, because I don't check Discord in the slightest, but I'm gonna try to check it at least like a few times a day, so just to get to talk. next month I'm probably gonna try to do a lot more stuff on YouTube. This month is gonna be like pretty lazy because it's summer. I need to enjoy this a little bit. So if I miss a few days of uploading, then it should, if it's not uploaded in the Discord, since I obviously don't have a community tab, which would make things a lot easier, like polls and stuff like that, but since I don't have that, if I don't record and upload on a certain day and you guys wonder what happened, if I don't do anything, if I don't say anything in the Discord about me not uploading, like if I'm sick, if I just simply am busy that day, if I don't update y'all in the Discord, then just know that either I'm watching anime, I'm watching, I don't know, a TV show, doing something. I'm minding my business. So yeah, I do want to apologize for not uploading this for like a month, like nearly a month. I haven't uploaded part 6 to this. It was probably all over the place. It was pretty rushed in my opinion. So I do want to apologize. I'm gonna do a new script format because my scripts are pretty trash, not gonna lie. So I'm probably gonna change the way I write scripts for the next what if. So if it seems better, tell me for the next what if, but if it seems worse, then just tell me. I really don't care. And that should be everything I have to say. So yeah.